Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I am doing all of my July project life. Normally I only kind of upload them as single, but this was only two sides of project life with I think 4 layouts in the middle of it. So I thought that I would just put these into the same video so you can see the kind of like complete both sides, and I did them in the same collections and like kind of matching, so it's kind of like a double spread one because they're matching, whereas normally layouts are going between, I don't really care as much about my pocket pages matching, but I thought they'd be quite nice for the whole of July to completely match. Well, I think that's a lie actually, I do normally make them match, but I really did them at the same time, made sure they matched. So as always, I've got the Simple Stories Hello Today card in the top left hand corner. And then I've mainly used the Rosies Studio Take Flight collection. I've got the 6x6 paper pad and then also the ephemera. Then I'm going through, and the tag that I've just picked up and I'm putting the thread through is from the Pink Fresh Studios Some Days collection. I really liked the tag and I just kind of was like, okay, I'm just using I don't know why, but with Rosie Studio stuff I kind of feel more like, oh, I'll go through and have a look at what else I've got and just kind of investigate more. I really love the Take Flight collection. I think it's really gorgeous. I'm realising I quite like pastel colours for summer and spring, and then I kind of like more deeper colours for winter, like the dark reds and greens for Christmas and the navy for snowy wintry photos. Not that I get much snow here in the UK, but so I've just been dealing with that tag, and then I'm just starting to go through the ephemera and stick down my photos and kind of put it on. The frame is from the Violet Studios. It's just a packet of frames. When I looked to see what collection it was, it just said the Essential Collection, so I don't know if that's the collection or I don't know, but that's basically we had to isolate for the first week of July, and that was my negative PCR test. It was because we've been in contact with someone. It's really funny now because I literally yesterday got a positive PCR result, so I'll be scrapping one of them, but it says the positive instead of negative. But I think that's the fun, is I'll be able to flip through, and obviously that was quite a big part of the month. But there's not really any photos that kind of display that. Like the photo next to it, I thought it was a funny photo to put next to it because Kieran's pulling a really funny face, like an uh-oh face, but it was actually, I don't know when, it was taken in July, but not when we were isolating, because we kind of found that out at the end of June. So I'm just going through and kind of placing things on and seeing where I think it will look good. I basically decided to use the Take Flight collection because obviously the Simple Stories card is red. It's very in your face red. And I was flicking through my paper pads and I was feeling something more pastel-y, and I noticed that they'd put a bright red in paper in the Take Flight collection, so that I thought it would work. It also helps that there are pictures. Kieran's wearing a red top in 2 of the pictures, and the hammock has a lot of red in it. So my photos have quite a lot of red in it, which kind of helps a lot. So I was, this video won't be going up for a while, but I filmed this at the very end of December, and I could not remember for the life of me what was going on in July because the photos were so few and far between. I couldn't really remember what actually happened. I knew that we isolated, we went to York to clean out, and I met up with my friends, but that's all I could remember. So I got out my Hobonichi because at the time I was really into journaling. I just got it. I was doing these weekly spreads, so I just kind of had a flick through and had a look and reminded myself of what was actually happening at the month. And I think that is a great thing. If you are into journaling, or you are really far behind on your project life and you just prefer to do it that way, I would definitely recommend just I wouldn't recommend getting a Hobonichi and doing all of that, but I'd just get a little journal and write each week what happened. It can just be very we did this, because I think it will really make going back and doing it a lot easier. I'm trying to this year think more about what I'm doing and I'm in isolation at the moment because I've got COVID, so but I'm not ill, so I'm doing a lot in my room, a lot of scrapbooking, and there was a game that we played, like me and my boyfriend FaceTimed because he's also isolating at his family home, and we were just playing it on FaceTime for like the whole day, like a day and a half. That's all we did. So like I'm taking screenshots of the game, of like my best runs, just because that was a day and a half of my life, like, and it was what I did in lockdown, whereas I didn't have that here. And it was really interesting because looking back, that we watched a lot of sports while we were in isolation. The Euros were on and Wimbledon was on, so that I kind of write about that in the journaling, which is something that I'd have completely forgotten about and skipped over. And there are photos from us. There was one Euros game where we weren't isolating. I went to a friend's. My mum definitely took photos. I don't know where those photos are. I might have to go and find them and maybe put that on a flip underneath that journaling. I don't know. But actually that's very interesting. But I'm trying to make a more conscious effort of even just taking the photos so I can remind myself looking back. I might not have to actually include those photos, but, you know, look back. So actually in the bottom right hand, I have included those 2 squares were from the Pink Fresh Joyful Day collection. Sorry that it's kind of moved on now. I got a bit distracted talking about the journaling. So now I've moved on to the second half. So again, all of the papers are from the Rosies Studio Take Flight, and I'm just going through the ephemera and trying to kind of piece stuff together. So I knew that I did want to journal on each 3 of the cards. So the gaps I used to leave lots of space for journaling on cards, whereas like just whole cards for the journaling. But now I've been printing off my photos smaller, putting them on a piece of pattern paper with a label just to write about them. And I think I am preferring it, and I can include more photos and journaling for everything, rather than kind of just journaling about the big events. So I added on those 2 kind of squares, and in the end I do go and outline them in black. I think I've outlined them in white at the moment, but I still feel like they're just blending into the page. So for this journaling card I'm working on, it was about my brother's birthday I wanted to journal about, so I got my mild liner brush pen in like the dark blue colour and have just written his birthday. I will go and add my white Sakura jelly roll, as I always do that whenever I do brush lettering, and I'm just writing about his birthday. And this was when I was journaling in the daily pages of the Hobonichi, and because I knew what day his birthday was, I could go and see what I wrote, and like so there's a picture of us playing a board game, and I could actually go and look back and see who won. Turns out Kieran won. So I really liked that. And I had the little ephemera that was a parcel attached to a balloon, not like parcel present. It looks like a present to me, so I thought that went really well on that card, because it was his birthday. So now I'm using my Tombow brush pen in 158. I absolutely love this green colour. I think it's called Asparagus, or it might be I've got 2 that are like darker and lighter versions, and I know one of them is called Asparagus, but the number that I've used is 158. And I've done the same. I've just brush lettered Summer Nights. I went for the darker one because I knew that it was going over quite a few colours, so I thought that it would stand out more. And I really like how this looks, because I knew that I didn't want to just journal for the whole thing, and it kind of like reins it in. And I like that I did the 1 word at the top of the 3x4 and 1 word at the bottom, so it kind of is like giving it a border for the journaling. And yeah, I just think I really like the way it looked. So you can see I've got a lot of die cuts. I love how much die cuts the Rosies Studios collections come with, but there is a lot to get through. Like, the thing is, they're so cheap, so you can't complain. Like, you're getting more than any other place and you're paying half the price. Like, it's just great. But I do think now that I'm going to be more careful when buying them and only buy collections that I really, really love, because you do really get a lot. And I think that I will be looking for videos on YouTube where people kind of show you all of the bits you get, because some of the collections I thought that I'd really, really like, I don't like, and some of them that I was a bit meh about, I absolutely love. So yeah, I have actually managed to make quite a dent in this now. I do find it really hard to include this in pocket pages. I do find that ephemera more goes on layouts, but I like being able to get it all out, have a real look and play and see what I can include, and I am starting to include more of it now. So I've just gone through and I had a little scrap of the purple paper, so I punched out some hearts. Then I knew that I had some pink and green hearts cut out of stamps. I think I've ordered a new container so that I can go through and colour code all of my hearts and just have like a red heart, a green heart, and just do it in rainbow order and have one for every colour, because it doesn't really matter what collection it's from, I'm looking for a colour. So I end up really liking, I just scatter a few of those through rather than sequins, because I think I have been successful in not including any gold or silver. I think I actually have managed to not include any holographic shiny stuff on this page, and I'm very impressed with myself because I keep trying to do that and there'll be one little thing that has gold on it. I just can't get away from it. I think this side, that side has it on. It has on the July card one of the phrases in gold. But this is the close-up look. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean a lot, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.